Waifu!
What is up, everybody?
Yeah.
I'm Waifu. Maybe you know me from YouTube as
What's
WaifuRuns. And
up?
I'm going to get right into it. We're doing Devil May Cry, Dante Must Die, the hardest difficulty, and all collectibles, which means we're going to be collecting all the collectibles. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves, that'd be awesome.
Devil May Cry.
Cosmic.
And time starts now, by the way. Sorry.
And time starts right
И
now.
Космик
Right
тоже
now. So
присоединился.
welcome to Devil May Cry. This is Dante Must
Время
Die.
уже
This is the
началось.
hardest
Максилопс еще
difficulty in the
сидит.
game.
Какие
So enemies
люди!
have a lot
Какие
more health.
люди!
They're gonna do a lot more
Самая
damage. Right
сложная
now, Waifu's gonna be
сложность в
picking up
игре.
the first
Как бы она ни была
collectible of this
сложна,
all collectibles
сложнее
in
ничего уже не
previous
может
outings
быть.
for this game done by none other than Maxilopes himself. We did any percent. But in this category, we're going to be picking up all the unique items in the game, which will be
Последний раз, когда мы
the bangle of time,
показывали эту игру на ГДК, она была в любом проценте от Максилопса. На этот раз мы соберем все оружие, все, что можно поднять, все, что можно облизать, все соберем. И получим много удовольствия от этого. Блин, в каких смешных трениках здесь Данте? Вообще нет стиля.
So there is another blue orb fragment right up here, and then we're going to also get to an all too familiar statue.
Даже торс не голый.
Which is the Horseland statue.
Фи.
And that's going to hold a cache of red orbs, which are the currency in this game. We're going to use it to purchase a lot of stuff, mostly abilities this time around. But first, we're going to use it to unlock this door here.
Yeah, so the most important thing to take
Берем
note of
кучу
in the early
красных
game
орбов,
is,
чтобы открыть
not
эту
die,
дверь.
but
Окей,
second to that,
окей.
the orb route, the orb economy, the money routing for the game is
Оптимизация
super
игры
on
очень
the ranking
простая.
system. And the ranking
Не
system
умирай.
takes into
Лол.
consideration whether
Просто
you take
живи.
damage, how long it takes you to beat the mission, and how many orbs you have collected during the mission. And so we're going to be trying to get as many S ranks as we possibly can.
В принципе, как и в следующих частях, если мы не получим урон в миссии, получим дополнительные арбы, будет полезно.
Oh my gosh.
We all went for it at the same time. Did you know that Devil May Cry was originally supposed to be Resident Evil 4?
Indeed.
No way.
Indeed.
Wow. Fun fact.
Fun facts.
And then Shinji Mikami was like, yo, halt, halt,
Stop.
Kamiya. This is ambitious.
Yeah.
Project style is a go. All right, so this is going to be the last blue orb fragment that we're going to...
Блин, я не уверен, они мемят или нет, но говорят, эта ДМЦ должна была быть Ре-4. Звучит как блеф.
Marionette gacha here. We're going to be playing Genshin Impact with some of the enemy RNG.
Yeah, so this basement super infamous because of
Он, наверное, сидел и ржал в интервью.
enemy health. If you guys could explain that while I do this combat here.
Это же невероятно, абсолютно параллельно разные игры. Как это могло быть DMC4, вообще не представляю. Ой, не DMC4, а этот Ре-4. Врет и не краснеет. Не, просто это совсем разные игры. Так, что если время-то выйдет? У тебя время выходит, друг. Время выходит, друг. Или это арена на время? Время вышло, друг.
Way more HP.
Yeah, right here.
So we're gonna be just blasting.
Разнообразить игру.
Блин,
получил урон. Обида. Эти пацаны очень больно бьют. У них какой-то Devil Trigger. Что за пусси гейминг? Что, так и должно быть, что ли? Блин, если он умрет, будет смешно. Ладно, не умер. Ну, с ними не поспоришь. Слишком активный. Можно ли сказать, что Данте похож на Лиана?
You see the high rates of firing speed that Waifu is achieving here. And so in this category specifically, the community decided that
вы можете заметить, как быстро стреляет Данте. Все потому, что Вайфу имеет невероятно быстрые пальцы. Нет, на самом деле у него турбо. Поймал. Ха, изи. Забрал турбо и готов. Представьте мэшить с такой скоростью.
Super huge for Dante Must Die being more accessible. For a really long time, normal, any percent was the category that basically everyone ran. And until like this year and last year, that's kind of been the status quo. But now a lot of more people are venturing out into DMV and to the all collectibles categories and sometimes both at once.
Все время, что эту игру спидранили ее на нормале. В принципе, он не ошибается. 70 человек спидранило игру на нормале. 70. Не каждая борда может похвастаться и хотя бы 10 людьми, а тут целых 70 человек попробовали, потыкались, поиграли. Я в эту игру даже не играл. Теперь у нас есть Devil Trigger. Супер армор, реген хп. Урон повышает? Да, все правильно, урон повышает, отлично. Судя по тому, что написано 2018 ПК, я думаю, это ремастер, да. Окей, какие-то противники рандомно спавнятся, и тут у нас тень заспавнилась, и оказывается, это то, что нам нужно. Интересная тень, похожа на котяру. Что мы будем делать? Мне нужно каким-то определенным образом завалить тень. К сожалению, не везет. Спидрайнер говорит, не везет. Вот, взорвался. Окей. В этой комнате тоже рандом. И это лучший рандом. Ой, как с ружья он их разваливает. Шпигует просто. Кайф. Эти парни были на 15 секунд быстрее, чем те парни, которые были бы, если бы не эти парни. Окей. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to buy all the abilities we need to get some proper boss loops later on in the game. В общем, нам нужно очень много хорошего лута и красных шариков, чтобы купить нужные способности. Так, с Devil Trigger'ом я вижу, что мы бьем противников, но промазал по этой тени. Не, я не бил где-то ДМЦ. Мне делать больше нечего. Я не умею в файтинге играть. That's okay though. We have plenty of backups. This run used to be like kind of untouchable for a while. There wasn't really any backup strats or any safety things. So doing it in a marathon would be unthinkable. Who would do that? But да, мне без разницы, видите, даже разницы не слышу. Миссия пройдена. Ранкинг бонус 800. Выглядит она, конечно, круто. Не, мне всегда нравились Devil May Cry. Начал я, по-моему, с 3-й. Зал подбадривает. Криками «Данте!» Да! Врывается Данте в воздух. И обратно. Да. И дал
Alright, so from that to the coolest new strat in the game. Check this out.
Подводный уровень. Ух ты, какие страшные скелеты.
So we're coming up on our first boss fight, and maybe when you guys could explain what's going on with it. It's pretty difficult.
Босс-файт скоро. И кто у нас босс? Выглядит медленный стингер. Это фантом, окей. И здесь обычно впервые люди погибают.
Of
like
course.
kind of bad
Скорпион.
RNG, but it's cool. So we're gonna jump up on his
Лава
back,
Скорпион.
and we're gonna try and loop him with some stuns. Here we go.
Ну, у
So
него
basically,
армор
when you
получается
jump on
там,
Phantom's
где
back like this, or you
нет
jump
лавы.
off of it, you can
Понял.
get a critical hit using Dante's Sword Slam, also known as Helmbreaker.
Ну, это вроде
and you can
паук.
just loop his
По крайней мере,
stun
выглядит как паук.
infinitely, pretty much,
Ну или
until he's dead.
Скорпион. У
This
Скорпиона разве
is
есть такая
Phantom
задница большая?
Bay,
It's fine. I believe.
I believe too.
Босс-паук.
You can also deflect his fireball back at him using Stinger there too, which is great.
В принципе, в Devil Trigger мы пытаемся его добить, но
And boss down.
That was
Let's go.
very good.
не очень
No
хорошо, мне кажется,
damage.
получается.
Considering
Окей.
how uncooperative Phantom
Ну
is
окей,
being,
no
that
damage, no
handled that
damage.
very
Хорошо,
well.
это было хорошо.
Yeah, that was really scary. Not gonna lie.
Like, yeah, actually, that is very scary.
Panic ensues.
Yeah.
All right, so now, normally, if this was an any % run, we would just leave. But we got some stuff to collect. We got some blue orb fragments, and then our first secret mission. Secret missions
У нас есть
are these
штучки,
cool
которые
little
нужно
side
пособирать на
objectives
этом
that you can
уровне.
do if you backtrack
Секретные
and do
миссии
crazy
еще.
stuff. Each one has their own unique gimmick, a new thing that you got to do. Some of them really cool. Some of them, I wish weren't in the game.
И в секретных миссиях, в принципе, как почти в каждом ДМЦ, есть свои фишки, которые там нужно что-то интересное выполнить каким-то определенным образом, возможно, технику. Эти комнаты мне никогда не даются, потому что они требуют каких-то невероятных скиллов нажатий клавиш.
Shooting them in the face point blank is a pretty good way to kill them, and you need to do that to...
Выстрел в голову.
Yep, so that's that first secret mission down.
That's one
Это
of
секретная
12.
миссия. Надо сначала парировать и потом размажить его.
Thank you, thank you.
Very nice. Also worth noting, this mission in particular,
Okay.
this mission in particular is really hard to get.
Я так
a
понимаю, на
special
этом
bonus
миссия
on in this
закончилась,
category
верно?
because the time requirement is like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I got a
And
317.
И ми-
so that should
отлично.
give you how, and he
Миссия
had a pretty
закончилась.
decent Phantom fight there too, all things considered. So that should tell you how tough it is.
Yep. So here we have mission 4, and mission 4 has the most secret missions of any mission in the game. It's got
Миссия
3 of them.
4.
The first one here, we are just, it's called Phantom Babies.
Здесь 3
Shout out to the
секретные
old
миссии. Окей.
Message boards back in the day,
Oh,
named Phantom
yeah.
Babies. But we just gotta kill a
Фантомные
bunch
детки.
of the bad
Very
the
funny.
last boss we fought's offspring.
Нам их много надо развалить.
It's a good time.
There's like 100 of them.
Yeah, we gotta kill 100 within a
Everywhere.
certain time limit, and it's pretty easy. Not a big deal.
Сотню
There's gonna be
нужно
another
таких
secret
паучков
mission in this level
развалить.
just like this.
Или скорпионов,
But
непонятно.
in the meantime, we're just gonna go and head down this hallway
Это и есть
and
секретная
try
миссия,
to
окей.
get to the next area. The game's mission-based structure, fairly linear. This is probably one of the least linear levels in the game, though. You do a lot of backtracking.
Definitely. I should also mention that every time you collect 4 blue orb fragments, you get a full blue orb, which
О
will
нет,
increase your health.
босс
And
вернулся.
that actually makes all collectibles a really nice category to run, especially on Dante Must Die, because you get a little bit of extra cushion. Because, like I said, these enemies do a
Почему
lot of damage. So in any percent,
бы не
that
спидранить
category
эту игру
is
на
really tough
высокой
on you late
сложности?
game, when everything's just kind of coming
Мы
out of
собираем
the
тут
woodwork,
увеличение
so everything
ХП,
goes into
и нам
kitchen
попроще
sink.
становится
Yeah,
играть.
so now,
All
like,
collectibles is actually easier
Просто не
than it
получаю
used to
урон.
be because you just don't die as much, hopefully.
this is the
Мы надеемся здесь особо не умирать. Получается, Вайфу предполагает, что он может умереть в этом ране. Не, если в игре есть смерть, и ты в спидране
Honestly, the
умираешь,
death scissors are more dangerous than the death scythe.
то это плохой спидран.
Because
Разве что это было преднамеренно. И это ускорил. Но если нет, а я не слышал, чтобы в ДМЦ стоило где-то умирать, может быть, на каких-то боссах, которых нельзя победить разве что. Такой секрет. Давим пауков в форме. Окей. Very funny.
And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in the next secret mission here.
This last secret mission right here too, the caveat for this Phantom Babies mission was that you have to kill 100 Phantom Babies before or without using your weapons. So running all over them with, you know, your feet. I guess if Dante were running over them with his
Окей.
hands, that would be
Смысл
kind
той
of
комнаты был,
automatic,
чтобы
but
развалить этих
that's
паучков
kind of
без
DMC-free.
оружия. Как это можно сделать без оружия?
Yeah, so that
Растоптав
you
их.
have to kill 100 of them for that. And now we go into here, so there's 3 of them
Загадки.
scattered across these doorways.
This is the hardest part of the whole run.
Yeah,
by
absolutely.
far.
Вильки.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Эти
Please don't kill me,
тени
I beg
одни из самых
This is a real
сложных
catastrophe.
противников, и можем видеть, почему они очень быстрые.
Ooh. You can feel free to boo Cosmic during my run at any point, by the way. Get that health. Oh my. So the enemies here can also
Кричат
of course,
«бу»
as soon
в
as
зале
he
за
pieces.
плохие шутки.
Um,
Я бы не
This
сказал,
is
что
the
это
only
плохая
secret mission
шутка.
in the game where if you don't do it first try, you
Надо лучше
actually
играть просто.
can't try again. It just doesn't give you the option to. So, you know,
Нормально, он
do it
справляется,
first
он не
try.
должен погибнуть.
That would be nice.
Every time.
Он сказал, что этот ран
Monte's
кат
trolling. He just actually
катастрофа.
dismissed. That was cool.
That was incredible.
They are okay. Please, sir, I beg you. Be
Катастрофа.
nice.
Им нужно взорваться. Ему нужно, чтобы они взорвались.
Did he die?
Так, этот вроде
Should be
взорвался.
good, yeah, he looks good.
Или нет?
You can tell when the shadows are
Так,
about to
этот
die,
вроде
by the way,
взорвется
by them
сейчас.
turning red.
Так, этот
So
взорвался,
you actually
остался
can't
этого.
kill
тоже
shadows
взорвать.
by critting them like you normally would when they're DT'd. And that sucks. But at least it's not the PS2 version.
Yeah, the PS2 version you don't have
Ну, он
access
еще и
to
в
the
Devil
crit rate
Trigger этот.
whatsoever. Like,
Yeah, you
even-
can't do
Хотяра.
it at all, even when they're not DT'd. Can you die? No, they also have random HP, by the way.
Yeah, shadows have random health and also.
У них случайное количество хп, окей. Замечательно. И противник.
Yep.
They're bad kitties.
И слабые точки у них случайные, генерируемые. Не, ну постарались над игрой
Dude, will
явно.
you
Хорошо.
blow up? Oh
But
my
there we go.
God.
Triple cat. First try every time,
Alright.
dude. Like I said.
Ей, победа.
So that may have been the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. That was
Да,
very
на
slow,
Марио парню
but
не
we
повезло.
lived. Objective survived. Mission
Это было
accomplished.
очень медленно.
I don't know how.
Но наша главная задача
On this
не
episode of I
погибнуть.
shouldn't be alive.
Не погиб, значит проиграл.
All right, so we're gonna
Точнее,
head
выиграл.
to the next boss fight.
Думаю о
We can get like
проигрыше,
one or two
говорю о
donations while
победе.
I try to remember how to breathe.
All right, well, they're here for you. We have $10 from Dan Spence94, who says, "Let's go, Waifu." Massive shouts to the entire DMC community, especially Waifu, DE Cosmic, and Maxi showing out for DMD All Collectibles. Massive love from across the pond from your UK buddy. Let's raise some good money with some great games.
Much love, Dan.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Dan.
And we have $100 from Reliever, who says, "The time has come, and so have the crowd. We're all here for some DMC. Good luck, Waifu."
Забавно,
Appreciate
целый меч
that.
воткнул.
All right, so we're gonna be
в
fighting
статую.
Nello Angelo, and he's got a nice little loop to him. That's gonna be a
Nello
gimmick here.
Angelo.
It's gonna be a reoccurring gimmick for a lot of the bosses in this difficulty. Normally in any percent normal or some other category where you're on a lower difficulty, you're going to be using items to kill a lot of the bosses, especially holy waters. But in DMD, holy waters are like 8 times
Часто
more
мы
expensive
хотели бы
and
использовать
do
святую
about
воду,
1/8 of the damage. So we're
но
gonna
святая
actually
вода
fight
на этой
again.
сложности очень
No
дорогая.
offense, but,
Ой.
Поэтому будем
you know,
просто
we-
пинать
we-
босса.
That was true. That was true.
yeah, we gotta actually fight the bosses and stuff, which is cool until you get hit. and
Если
then
кто-то
they
думает,
take out
что
your health
вайфу
bar in one hit, so.
выпендривается,
That's true,
когда
yeah.
This is another application of the slash canceling, by the way, that we talked about earlier, where you can just loop the first two hits of the
Пытается
sword combo over and over
таунтить
again by
противника.
rotating the stick.
And, like,
или издеваться
the
над
trick to
противником,
this is that
то он просто
when
получает
you see
ДТ.
Nello Angelo
Таким
doing,
образом.
like, that
Судя по всему,
move,
как и во
Yeah,
всех
like-
играх.
you have to jump away for him to do that. That's a manipulation that Waifu's doing. He's jumping away specifically for him to do that attack so he can jump back into him and start slashing him. That was really
Balls
good.
Down. Yeah, very
Thank
That was
nice.
very good.
Окей, успех.
And it's funny because that's actually such an old
Very
strat.
good.
Right,
Back
though,
when
yeah.
I started running any percent on PS3, like in 2016.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of the strats in this game actually just turn out to be what we did at any percent like a long time ago before it was fast. So here I'm going to be cheating. This is a glitch where this is called the save and quit glitch.
Чит.
Every time you do a secret mission, it gives you a bonus to your end mission rank. And that's to offset the amount of time you spent doing it. And to give you a little incentive to do them on the ranking system itself. But there's a glitch in this game on the PC version It's called Dante Shooting. No, he just missed.
На ПК версии есть глич, как он
There's a glitch
называется?
in this PC version where if you finish a mission where you completed some secret missions, and then you save and quit to the main menu and load
Если
that
ты
save,
закончил
when you
миссию,
load that game,
сохранился,
the
и
points
там
that
была
you're supposed to
миссия
get
с
from the
секретными
previous mission
миссиями,
will also
то...
apply to the next mission. So we did 500 score of
В
1500
общем,
possible,
какой-то сложный трюк, непонятно.
on the last mission in secret missions, and now we applied all 500 of those points to this mission, which means that getting this special bonus will be really, really easy. I could basically like die in this level and still special bonus because of all of the extra leeway I've given myself with that glitch, and that glitch is what has given us.
Окей, результатом этого становится то, что мы можем погибнуть и все еще получить бонус. Отлично, мне нравится такой бонус. Погибать все равно для слабых, правда. Мы не планируем погибать.
At least if I can make this jump in the time limit.
Yeah. This jump is just like so finicky. It's either you get it first try or you like take 10 tries.
It'll be fun.
And right there,
right.
Waifu picked up an item
First try, like I
Промазал.
said.
called an
Every
untouchable.
time.
Опа.
Go ahead.
Untouchables
В этой
are-
игре Дант умеет
you
цепляться за
activate them,
края.
you're invincible for 30 seconds.
Ничего себе
That's
они
really all
придумали.
there is to it.
Yep, and you have
And,
unlimited double
you have
trigger.
unlimited double triggers, so you just kind
Цепляется за края,
use
видели?
the untouchable item.
Yeah.
But there's only a few that you actually get to pick up. The rest of them you have to buy from the shop if you need them.
Yep, so we got that special bonus, the extra 2,000 orbs. So we're gonna save, and then we're gonna start the next mission,
2000.
and we're gonna
Мяу.
cheat.
Вот это бонус.
Uh,
Не-не, он
in
там
my defense,
зацепился за
you
край. То есть он
probably
сделал
done this on
дабл-джамп,
accident while playing the game
и он там зацепился за
casually,
край.
because it's actually really easy to do on accident.
Я не думаю,
All
что
you
он
have to do
отпрыгнул
is
от края.
after you beat a mission where you did a secret mission, save the game,
То есть отпрыгивать от
basically,
стен,
and
понятное
it'll
дело,
do
он
it.
умеет.
So this is also a mission that we're gonna do the save and quit glitch to guarantee that.
Ладно, посмотрим,
bonus.
может быть,
This one's a little bit
я
less
не досмотрел
guaranteed.
чего-то.
We just need to not take a ton of damage, and we should be able to get it. And this is a great time for some donations because this level's pretty straightforward.
It is always a good time. We have a $5 donation here from Loner Hero who says, please send those PNG cats into the
Голубые
shadow
парни.
realm, Waifu. Thanks.
Делают нас тоже
Anyways,
голубыми.
it's awesome to see you all back in person again. Maxie, great job on the Return of the King run. And Cosmic, when is Disney's Devil May Cry?
Oh gosh.
Right
Love you,
after
Loner.
Disney's Dirge of Cerberus.
We have $25 from Spock Jr. who says, I love a good DMC run. Good luck and glad to see GDQ is back in person.
I know, right?
Amen.
We have $20 from Avid who says, sad I missed Silent Hill 4, but I'm hyped to see Waifu crush this DMC run. Happy SGDQ, y'all.
You got time for one more, I think.
All right, we have $10 from Zathino who says, first time donating and trying to stay awake for DMC, but Enigma's voice is so soothing. Good luck on the run and thanks for all you do. Go GDQ.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're fighting another Death Scissor. Kind of a common mini boss enemy. We're on mission 6. There's 23 missions in this game. Spoilers, I'm sorry.
Неприятный противник
So
так-то.
we're getting our leeway in. We're out of the early game hump. And,
Тени, похоже, ни в
with
одной
this
игре
special
неприятны.
bonus, we've secured the orb route for quite a while. We don't really have to worry about
Бедные
too much.
тени.
Now it's just go fast, collect all the things, don't
Так,
die.
в принципе, мы выполняем хорошую работу по выживанию и
But this level
много
is
орбов
really,
получаем.
really difficult for that because
Также
it does
урон
have a
не-
secret mission in it,
не
but
получаем
we're not
почти.
going to be able to do it on this pass. We're going to have to come back later and do it.
Паук.
Simply because it is like way
Скорпион.
too hard to do
Снова
it on
напал.
this level. Let's get some double trigger from this guy. And then we're gonna, because of this damage over time that we have. If you see my health bar on the top left, we slowly taking damage, and that will actually kill
О,
us
знакомые
if
противники, я
it
видел
goes
их.
all the way to 0. We don't have to take any damage from anyone else, and we could still die from the DOT, the damage over time. And that is scary because,
Мувсет такой
as
же.
you can see, the enemies hit really hard. So if
Больно.
we get hit while we're in DOT, it's really, really scary. We don't want to die here.
And these are enemies, by the way, they're called frosts that normally show
Так,
up
видимо,
around
в
mission
ДТ еще
17 on
и
on
урона
normal
больше получаем.
difficulty. So
А еще у нас почему-то ХП отнимается, но я
they're
не
in
очень
mission
понял, почему.
7 now.
Yeah.
So you're meeting them a lot earlier than you're supposed to.
Yeah,
and they're
that's-
doing more damage on top
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, they do more damage, and as I said before, a lot of the enemies are built kind of like a puzzle.
А,
There's
эти
like a
челы должны
solution
быть
to
только
them,
в миссии
and that
7.
enemy solution
Мгм.
is a
А мы в
weapon you don't
миссии
get for,
5,
like,
что
another 2
такое?
missions. So you're just kind of SOL. You gotta just deal with them with Alistar, even though it does like no damage. So this game has an in-game timer that we used to
Это
use,
в этой миссии,
but
может быть,
there's a
просто у нас
couple of
хп
things that
отнимается,
in-game
то, что
timer-
нам нехорошо.
Excuse me, sir. There's a couple of things that... Oh, he died. I can't taunt him if he's dead. Come here.
I mean, you can, but it just won't give you DT.
Yeah, no DT. That's why we taunt, by the way. It gives you Devil Trigger. Super important to know because the Devil Trigger management is very important. But yeah, anyways, the IGT. This game's internal timer doesn't actually count when you're doing shopping, when you're menuing. And it also doesn't count intermissions, which is what we're in right now. We're not in a mission. We're in between missions 7 and 8. And so this whole section is
Мы
not
между
timed on the
миссиями,
in-game timer.
поэтому время не
So it
особо
also
считается.
doesn't have any rank attached to it. This is a great reason for us to go back and do.
А также
the best
никакого
secret
ранга у
mission in the game,
этой
which I'm gonna need to focus on,
миссии
so
нет,
maybe you
потому
guys
что мы
can
как бы
explain.
не на миссии на самом деле.
So there are these big spooters, and the secret mission requires you to have
Spooters.
them beat each other up. And it's near impossible
Секрет
for them to
миссии в
actually
том,
cooperate.
чтобы
So as you can see,
спудеры
Waifu is just jumping all over the place in hopes
победили
that they
друг
spit
друга
rocks
сами.
at each other.
Поэтому мы прыгаем
And
вверх-вниз
we
и
did
ждем,
mention
пока они
that,
друг
Devil
друга
Trigger
убьют.
does not regenerate your health on this difficulty, so you don't
Yeah.
even have that to rely on. We've got one vital star and a dream.
И
Yeah.
ДТ не может
So-
тебе
They
похилить на
also
этой
have RNG
сложности.
health, by the way.
Yeah,
Замечательно.
that's
So-
That too, yeah.
The-
This secret bit, this is
О, у
actually
них еще
one.
случайное количество жизней.
For real. Yeah, he put the
Замечательно.
sunglasses on for this one. He's throwing shades, for sure. Yeah, so we're basically just praying that they attack each other and that
Как
we
они
don't
друг другу
die,
урон
and
должны
that this
наносить?
doesn't take 12
Плеваться?
years. Oh, I got hit once. Half my HP's gone.
Yeah, we're hoping it takes maybe
Опа,
like 2
минус пол хп.
years.
2 years, yeah. What's the estimate? Like 10 years?
Надеюсь,
Decade?
что это займет где-то 2 года примерно.
Kind of booked my hotel
Желательно не
until
10.
2023, so
We'll be all right.
you think so?
I think so.
Okay.
Please shoot each other.
This is a rock solid fight, dude. I gotta say.
Пожалуйста, стреляйте друг друга.
This is yeah. Thank you. This is probably the
Опять
best part
шутки.
of the entire game.
Вот это
think so.
каменная
Despite
драка.
joking
Я
about
даже не
how
знаю,
long
как
this can
получше,
take, this
как
isn't
идеально
going,
перевести
like,
этот пан.
terribly.
No, it's pretty
Can
good.
you see
Like
their
they are
HP?
spitting rocks. They do this thing where they're like, "Arr, arr, arr." Yeah, you don't want that. You want them to spit rocks, and they
Yeah,
just
you
spit.
jinxed it, dude. What the heck?
Nah, well,
There's the rocks right
There we
there.
go.
Так, а,
Maybe spit.
а как они убьют друг друга, если
Indeed.
один
This is a
умрет
great time
раньше?
for some donations.
Absolutely. All right, well, we got a good one here. We have $500 from Dr.
Погиб.
Bobtastic, who gives us a little bit of a challenge.
Получилось.
Says, board donation processor here again. A challenge for Chad. If we can reach $900,000 by the end of Devil May Cry, I will donate another $500.
Он справился.
I believe in you, and we are a little less than 13,000 away from 900K. So let's see if we can meet that challenge.
Получается,
you
обманул?
can do that,
Не,
yeah.
не пауков, а
Sure.
паук паука
Yeah,
должен
absolutely.
развалить.
So
yeah,
as
we
you
beat it.
saw, the secret mission's over. Got the blue orb, perfect timing, went pretty well, and now we got Phantom 2. So the same strategy is going to happen here. You're going to get
Что за
the
reuse
Hellbreaker, but
монстров?
this time Waifu has air hike. which
Сколько
allows him to
можно?
double jump, so he doesn't have to rely on the walls or the back of Phantom. But as you can see, there's
Так, у нас
so much
эйрхайк
health
есть,
to go
соответственно,
through.
можем 2 раза подпрыгивать, нам нужны некие стены.
The reliable
Мы
strategy
просто
to have
подпрыгиваем,
Phantom
бьем,
kind of
подпрыгиваем,
running
бьем,
against the
подпрыгиваем, бьем,
wall,
подпрыгиваем, бьем, подпрыгиваем, бьем,
so that you
подпрыгиваем, бьем,
can,
подпрыгиваем,
not have to,
бьем.
like, move too much. Wow,
И
that was
выигрываем в
Yeah,
эту
really
драку.
clean. Good job, dude.
Yeah, Phantom really cooperated.
Хороший
there.
рандом.
Felt very bad about that first fight.
Yeah, if you hit him in the butt enough times, he just like stuns and walks forward consistently, and you get him to keep walking into the wall and just keep wailing on him. That was actually like perfect. That was really, really good. So here we're going to be picking up
Очень
another
хорошая
collectible.
драка.
Surprise, surprise. This is the grenade gun. It is...
Еще пару штучек
Definitely
пособираем.
the best weapon in the game.
It is
Definitely
quite
the best
good.
gun in the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
It's a little good.
Гранатомет!
You thought the guns in DMC2 were good.
Лучшая пушка в
Wait until
игре.
you see this. Yeah,
Ну,
wait until
очевидно,
you see
лучшая
this.
пушка в
This
игре.
is,
Yeah, it's hilarious how DMC2 has such good guns, but really, DMC1 had really good guns
Really good
first.
guns,
Like,
dude.
they are underestimated sometimes.
Yeah, the guns in this game actually probably stronger than the guns in that game, and that's saying something. So we're gonna try to get another special bonus here. No damage, and we needed to kill that one extra enemy to get some orbs. And if we do get the special bonus, which we should here, this should be a
Нам
really
нужно
good orb route,
получить
actually. Should be pretty
Beautiful.
solid.
Heck yeah, dude.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Ачивмент за неполучение
Nice,
урона.
nice. So we're heading
И
into
мы его
mission 9,
получаем. Отлично. Куча
just
шаров.
almost halfway.
Куча
Some
шаров.
dots get over to this area. So we leave the castle. I'm not really sure why. We just kind of leave, and we're gonna come
Так,
back later.
покидаем
It's
замок.
nighttime.
Ну зачем?
Everyone likes the spooky castle.
Мы вернемся, конечно.
And our objective for this mission
Ну
is going
зачем
to be
покидать?
to get a new weapon, Ifrit, the gloves, and then continue on after fighting a boss. And so, new change from normal to DMD.
Так, промазал
you
с
gotta kill
гранатометом.
these assaults.
Попал.
Normally, you can just run right past them, but DMD, you gotta kill them. There's a couple
Нормально
of rooms like
чейнит.
that in this game. There's a lot of
Ассаульты,
attention to
конечно, не
detail
так
to the
выглядят,
little nuance changes to make the
как
replays more
обычно.
fun and challenging, especially on the higher difficulties in this one.
Забавно. Ну, хорошо, хоть
And then
френдли
some
файра
other
нет.
things
А то
right
от
there.
гранатомета,
This
если
is
бы он
actually a
получал
really good
урон,
time for donations for about
ну,
a couple
неприятно.
minutes here.
Okay, well, we've got plenty. We have a $50 donation from Platinum Paragon, who says, "Hey, waifu and friends. So happy to see such an interesting run from a game that means so much to me. Doc and I are cheering you on. Good luck and keep it stylish."
Забавно, что даже с такой медленной анимацией Стингера
We have a
Всё равно быстрее, чем
$25
бегать.
donation from Rags, who says, "The marionettes from Devil May Cry were the first enemies in any game that legit scared me. They still freak me out. Please smash them all for me."
I got you.
We have $50 from Theater Nerd, who said, "First time actually catching a live GDQ. Seeing the beginning
Вау,
of one of my
можно
favorite
летать в этой игре.
franchises get destroyed fills my
Ничего
dark
себе.
soul with happiness." How many of you expected light?
All right, so right here, there's this really epic boss called Griffin that you're supposed to fight, except for you don't have to. You can just
Невероятно
grab
крутой
the Ifrit
босс
gauntlets,
Гриффин,
and
но
they are the key to leave the room.
выйдем
So
в
you
дверь.
can just open the door and just
Просто
leave.
выйдем в дверь.
So the bosses in this game, you usually fight them 3 times. Except for that boss, you don't have to. You can fight it 2 times. You can
Каждым
just leave.
боссом обычно мы
Just
деремся по 3
goodbye. I
раза.
don't wanna fight
Не
you.
считая
And
этого босса,
it's
с
very
ним
slow
драться
to
не
fight that
нужно.
boss, so we're just gonna keep going.
You also saw Waifu do a trick a little bit ago that's called early gauntlets, where normally you'd have to activate like a whole platforming puzzle and get up to the gauntlets, but you can just kind of air hike up and then use air raid in order to fly over to the platform. You don't have to do any puzzles or anything.
Yeah, a little platforming skip. Everyone knows Devil May Cry is their favorite platformer.
It's mine.
Yeah, but now he's just using his trusty grenade gun.
Oh yeah, so the grenade gun, kind of strong. It instant kills a lot of the marionettes. And
Гранатомет,
also,
да,
the
реально
big thing that makes it really fun
сильный.
is it
Просто
makes a ton of
стреляем,
damage trigger.
Стингер,
When you shoot
стреляем,
an enemy
Стингер.
with the grenade gun,
Я надеюсь,
it gives you
что-нибудь
like a
другое
whole
будет
stock,
Yeah,
a whole bar of DT,
у этого
which is ginormous. We're gonna see that
молодого
being used in
человека.
a couple missions here to do a nice little loop on our good friend Nello. Give him his favorite snack, the Fruit Loops, as we did before. But first, we're going to go into Mission 10, and Mission 10 has a cool little gimmick where it has this like Ocarina of Time
Миссия
follow the
10.
light thing going on, where the light will go into enemies, and you have to kill the enemies to get the light to go to a new path. And if you don't do that, and you just go and YOLO the path, what happens is it
Нам
will
нужно
send you back to the
преследовать
beginning, you do
свет.
the whole mission again.
И свет будет указывать нам дорогу через
I got it.
противников, которых
Thankfully,
мы будем
we
уничтожать,
can just
естественно.
cyberbully this fetish over here and just take his virtual lunch money and push him into the doorway and
Кибербуллинг
force the light
пошел.
to go the right way.
That's what those enemies
Запихиваем
are
его в дверь.
Yeah, they're called fetishes.
И светлячок быстрее добирается до двери.
And then these are the
Логично.
Yep.
which
Блин.
are just really, you know.
They're dinosaurs.
Забавно.
Yeah, well,
They're lizards.
I'd like to think that Lizard Man from Soul Calibur just had like a very extended family and just, you know.
I like that headcanon.
Yeah, that's my headcanon now. Thank you. So there's 3 rooms of it. The last one has 2 shadows, of course.
Так, а этих
because
противников
it's
не надо
DMD, so there's,
разваливать?
like, 6
Окей.
shadows in every mission, of course. So we're going to switch over to the handguns and hope we get that crit skewer. There's a great example of it. Jump on
Нет
top
у меня
of the skewer,
друзей.
shoot him, turns
Тут у
red.
меня друзья.
That means he's going to blow up soon. And act like he don't know nobody. So he died, and the light's going to go to the other one because it's trolling me. And I didn't get quite close enough with him to the door. If you get the light really close to the door, when the enemy dies, it'll just go on to the next area and you can move on. Otherwise, it'll transfer to another enemy, and then you got to fight a bunch of enemies. Not
Если
too bad, I got 2
светлячок
crits. The crits give you
оказывается
extra orbs as
достаточно
well,
близко
so
к
it's a nice
двери,
little
даже если
backup.
будут еще противники, он все равно
If they catch
пойдет
you,
в дверь.
they will, like,
Но, к
slash you
сожалению, нам
around
не
and
удалось
then
сделать.
blow you up, which does a ton of damage. If you don't have Devil Trigger, it can actually insta-kill you.
Если эти чел поймают вас, это ваншот.
So here we're going to be
Okay,
fighting some
хорошо.
Clypops, which are like that boss we fought earlier, except rocks. And they're like one of the only
Ну,
enemies in the whole
опять
game that actually
пауки.
has more health on Dante Must Die. The difficulty is balanced really cool in this game, where it mostly just makes the game harder by having different enemy arrangements early and stuff like that, and not so much just padding the enemy HP. This is one of the only enemies that does actually have more HP on the higher difficulties.
Yeah, this game balances difficulties like insanely well. Even
Противник, у
the
которого
easy mode in this
больше
game is actually
хп
balanced
на этой
around
сложности.
making
Это
it a different
единственный
experience
противник,
rather than just
у
making
которого
it
хп
easy mode.
увеличивается. Сложность.
Yep.
Waifu
Окей,
used an
хорошо.
ability, by the way. It looked like
Полезно
he was
знать.
shooting lightning out of his hands. That's air raid. If you read the Prima strategy guide for this game, you're probably well aware that you should use air raid in every single room in the game, but don't do that. Don't do that.
All right,
But now he's going to buy Kick 13 as well as Inferno?
Yep, Inferno, and
Yeah.
he bought level 2 Meteor, but level 2
And level
Meteor,
2 Meteor.
level 2
Sorry.
Meteor will not come into play
Not
until
Kick
later.
13.
And that was
Well, he
the
bought Kick
fastest
13.
secret
No, he
mission
bought-
in
Yeah,
the
he
game.
bought both. Yep, he bought all three. He's good to go, man.
He's loaded on those
Yeah,
orbs,
dude.
Yeah,
yo.
I have a lot
Так,
of
секретная
orbs, so
миссия
we're doing pretty
пройдена.
good. I actually bought
Не
Meteor
знаю,
ahead of time
что
just to be
надо
safe.
было сделать.
So this mission, we're going to want to try to get the special bonus on it. To get the special bonus, we're going to need to no damage and do that secret mission that took like actually 2 seconds. And if you like,
Так,
missed it,
секретная
you
миссия
collect a
без
little bit of
урона.
orbs. And we're going to do something that might be a little weird. You get an item penalty
Что-то пособирать.
when you use a item on a mission, so the rank will go down because you used the item. But you can actually calculate exactly how much it'll go down. And
Если вы
use
использовали
other things in
предмет,
the mission to counteract that.
то
So in some
вы
missions, we're gonna be
получаете
using holy waters
пенальти.
like I did here, so I can kill all the enemies and
Окей.
unlock this blue orb fragment really
Мы
quickly
использовали святую воду здесь,
and safely
потому что,
without losing the no damage.
видимо,
And that's
достаточно
counteracted by the
сложно
fact
здесь
that I did
пробраться
the
между
secret mission. So
противниками.
those two kind of cross each other out and make it so that it's just like a normal mission with the requirements.
And then this should be the last blue orb fragment in the area. And then we are going to go ahead and
Последний синий
mosey on
орб.
over to the second fight against Nello.
ХП
and
уже
Zoro.
увеличилось.
And
Не могу
now
понять,
we're
то
gonna
один или
see
два
a
раза.
much more advanced form of fighting this boss.
И мы движемся ко
It's gonna be a
второй
total, like,
битве
manipulation
с
of his AI.
Нелло.
Basically what
Ну и
Waifu
когда
is
боссы
doing
повторяются,
is,
конечно,
busting out the Ifrit gauntlets with the
кука.
grenade launcher. You're gonna see him
Но если они не меняются.
No.
А они вроде не
So he's
меняются.
going to use Inferno first into Kick 13. He's going to do a grenade launch into a charge punch.
Инферно.
Another grenade shot into a charge punch. Jump
Joint
away.
Venture.
Bait the projectile. Grenade launcher
И...
into Inferno. Kick
Я не помню,
13.
как
He's gonna be
называется.
looping this
Royal
over
Guard,
and over again.
релизы,
Yeah, Nello
это
is
что-то
just
другое.
totally helpless.
Yeah, and that jump away
Он не
to bait
использует
out the,
ДТ для
Hadoken,
релиза.
that is
Может быть, здесь
key
этого нельзя сделать.
to this difficulty in pretty much all categories.
Yeah.
For Dante Must Die difficulty, this is how you fight Nello.
Слушай, я не помню, как называется это оружие, лол.
Yeah, he's the little brother. We're feeding him Fruit Loops like a good older brother. Just hitting him with the loop.
And
Hey kid, you want to learn how to infinite? Like we're just giving it to him.
And again, like this really works because of how much Devil Trigger is afforded to us by the grenade shots. This gun is just so crucial to how DT management works, pretty much in every category.
Да.
Yeah, we didn't mention it, but in order to use kick
Гранатомет повышает нам Devil Trigger. Окей.
So we wouldn't be
И
able to
поэтому
do that
эта
if we
стратегия
didn't get
возможна
it.
просто вот так вот его
very clean
колошматить.
Excellent job.
Без ДТ эта
I just
драка
washed him.
нереальна.
Dude.
Ну, судя по всему, да, мы не выходили из ДТ вообще.
Hopefully the next boss fight is good. This game has a lot of boss fights. There's like one in almost every mission. There's going to be another one on this mission. We got that special bonus, I think. We did no damage that. Yeah, we
Yep.
did. Nice.
Nice.
That's going to let me buy a little bit more Devil Trigger early. to
Так,
make
урон
this
мы
boss
не
fight a
получили,
little bit
кучу
faster.
очков получили.
And,
Отлично, отлично.
Ignore that prompt. That underwater section, they would never.
Best part, dude.
The best part.
It's gonna go swimmingly.
Oh, I'm sure. Thank you. That never gets old.
Love you too, bro.
So here I'm going to be
Подводная миссия. О, от первого лица плавать.
3 of these throughout the run, hopefully. 4 if we really need to. And those are going to be super useful for the final boss. But
Прикольно.
before then, we're
Прикольная
going to
идея.
show how easy these frosts are when you have the actual correct weapon you're supposed to use to fight them.
Yeah, look how quick that was.
Yeah, that was insane.
Inferno, Kick 13.
Как легко драться с
grenade
фростами,
launch,
когда у вас
dead.
есть правильная
Yep,
пушка.
there.
Frosts, oh my god. With Alistair, they're such a pain, but with Ifrit, it's easy.
Whatever you're Bing Chling. So on this part, Bing Chling, we are gonna have to fight a Death Scythe, which is just great. I love fighting Death Scythes. Smile. And then we're gonna be fighting Griffin 2. And Griffin
Так,
2 is gonna
еще
have a very
один
particular way we're fighting him. We're gonna
призрак
try to manipulate
смерти.
his AI to do something very specific.
С ним
And
нужно
I'll need to focus on
сразиться
that, so
определенным
maybe
образом.
you guys can explain it.
So basically, what's going to happen at the start of Griffin 2 is Waifu's going to have to take out this like kite that Griffin sends around, and that will allow Griffin to, or Griffin will then land on the ship, and Waifu's going to bait him to the back of the ship here, so then he can position himself on top of the mast, and then
Так
he's
мы
going to use
байтим
devil-triggered handguns in order to just
призрака.
totally decimate Griffin's health.
Конец.
So here's the
Окей.
kite. And then Griffin's going to be
Кайтим,
landing here in a
кайтим.
second.
Гриффин приземляется как раз где нужно.
Yeah, so we're gonna get out of the range of all of his attacks when he's landed and just annihilate him. Look at the health bar melt.
Теперь выйдем из рейнджа его атак и будем его настреливать.
Sheesh.
Жесть. А почему гранатометом не
So we can't
стреляет?
do it in one
Не могу
cycle,
понять.
but we can do it in two if we do it well.
Нельзя сделать это в один цикл, к сожалению.
And we need
Но
to
если мы
mitigate
сделаем
his
все правильно,
special
можно
bonus,
сделать два.
so-
He's an angry bird.
I love how Griffin
А
is
еще
like,
нам
"Oh,
нужно не
man,
получить
half of
урона.
my health bar is gone because I landed here. Don't do that again.
Yeah, right.
Get him next time.
Кажется,
Here,
получилось.
die, sir,
Отлично.
please. I beg you. You literally have to thank
There we
me.
go.
Добьет?
Very nice.
Добьет?
Boss down, dude.
Very nice.
Добил. Ура!
The way that you get this next blue orb fragment is pretty cool too. Like you have to do a stinger jump, which is just where you launch yourself off the edge with a stinger onto the front of this ship, and then the blue orb fragment will appear. So it just go wee.
Yeah, wee. And then
There it is.
we got it. Nice.
Делаем прыжок,
No, I do not.
и тогда
But you will.
синьор
I
появляется.
will.
Круто.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it on the next mission, I think. This
Секрет.
next mission has a first-person underwater level section, so it's safe to say we can just ignore that and just do some donations.
Yes, please.
All right, we will do some donations. We have a $25
Кажется, нас ждет еще
donation
подводная
from
братва
Moldar, who
небольшая.
says, Hi Cosmic, Maxi, and Waifu. Love seeing Devil May
Туса,
Cry 1
братва.
representation at GDQ. The DMC speedrunners community has been doing great work. Excited to see some GAT action. Good luck with the run.
Much love, Mogar.
We have $200.
Затопило наш корабль, судя по всему.
Woo! You.
From Ban Yeager, who says, I am so excited to be able to support such an awesome event.
Только
this
чей-то
year
мы стреляем.
with the hypest host Enigma,
Но это же не пистолет.
Waifu behind the wheel, Maxi Lobes and DE Cosmic as the hype conductor.
Я не видел, чтобы у него был арбалет.
Everybody, get on the bus as they take us into that 1 million. Best of luck, Waifu, on a smokin' sick, stylish run.
Thank you.
You can keep on going.
Sure thing. We have $20 from Salty Alicious, who says, good to see you back on the GDQ stage, Waifu. Good luck on the run. Less than 3.
Thank you.
We have $25 from Aggressive T-Jaws, who says, let's go, Waifu. Best of luck on the run. Can I get
Ну, из
a
приятного нет
hype?
полоски дыхания, просто плаваю.
You ask and you shall receive. Thank you.
All right, so now we're going to enter another intermission.
Скорость
now
плавания
that
тоже, в
mission
принципе,
13 is
нормально.
done, and we're going to be going back into the ship. and
Следующая
doing
миссия,
another
она у
secret
нас
mission. This one
интермиссия.
gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. It's
Судя
just
по всему,
endless
опять же,
expense
миссия без миссии,
that you gotta go and
где
examine this
мы
dead captain's body,
не получим
and there's
никаких
just
бонусов за прохождение.
miles and miles of just water where you gotta shoot these
У нас тут
blades.
есть
Now
какая-то
that you mention it, this is
секретная
like a
миссия,
spooky-
нужно
It's
расследовать
so spooky, dude.
убийство
it's like one of the
капитана
spookiest
корабля.
parts. Look at that.
See, look at that. Ooh.
It's like an endless.
And there's like pillars everywhere. Like, where did they come from?
You know it's scary when there's a name for a specific fear of it. And I don't know what it is, but it definitely is a thing. That there's a name for this.
Yeah, I don't remember. But
Like the endless open expanse of the ocean. Anyways, the thing that's really scary is that they put this in the game.
Есть какой-то страх перед открытым океаном.
We gotta kill 8 of
Окей.
these blades underwater. We picked up a gun called the needle gun.
Нужно развалить
Literally
8
can only
таких
use it when underwater. Unfortunately, you can't use
ящериц.
items underwater. Otherwise, we would definitely holy water this, because it would save a ton of time. But we are going to be using holy water
Так.
for secret mission very
К сожалению,
soon.
мы не можем использовать предметы под водой, а так бы мы с удовольствием использовали
Mission
святую
15
воду
is gonna
здесь. Но
be
святая вода
a
под водой
big, super
логично не
important mission in
работает.
the run. It's got one of there's like 5 boss fights
Оказывается,
in
мы
this game that are
стреляем
really,
с
really hard, and it's
дротиковым
got the
оружием.
first one that's like very difficult. So up to this point, we're just getting ready for that really.
Которым по какой-то
I'm gonna do
интересной
another
причине
little
мы
bit
не
of
можем
cheating.
пользоваться на суше.
This
Окей.
is not the save and
Как
quick glitch
скажете.
that we had before, but it is a little bit of a teleport. You know, the plurt that you load in after you make the save.
Телепортируемся при
is
помощи
closer to where you
выхода,
need to go.
We also saw that
сохранения и загрузки.
7 and 8 when we completed the mission with the spiders that needed to beat each other up. Once Waifu grabbed the blue orb fragment there, he also quit out after saving, and then was able to teleport right back up to where he was going to fight Phantom.
And now he has Vortex,
Yes.
which is the best option of movement and the fastest option of movement. It does, you know, you need Devil Trigger activated to use it, but since Waifu's going to be having a lot of Devil Trigger throughout the run, it's going to be a very, very important form of movement.
Yeah, the nice thing about doing a run like all collectibles, especially these DMD runs, is you get a lot of money because on DMD, the S ranks are actually easier to get than they are on normal. It requires 800 points to get an S rank in DMD, where it requires 1,000 in normal. So it's
Поднимаем щит и понимаем, что на нас движется стена.
And it's really nice.
Еще и
because
пол
you
с
definitely
этими
need the money in DMD.
шипами.
So Vortex level 2 specifically, you're able
О,
to hold
неуязвимость
down
к
the
сцене.
top button in order to
Найс.
continuously fly. If you just have Vortex level 1, you got to repeatedly mash, and you're just losing frames there.
Yeah.
You also saw Waifu just kind of zip past the enemies. You can actually disable lock on while using Vortex by holding down the right trigger.
Yep. And another thing about that save it quick glitch is it's allowed to be done in every single category except for 100%, but all collectibles DMD is the only category where it actually makes an appearance. It's super cool, but it's really niche because you need to be doing secret missions. And the other category where you do secret missions, which is 100%, you're actually not allowed to do.
Перезаход при помощи сохранения и загрузки разрешен в каждой категории, кроме 100% категории, но используется только в этой категории. Забавно.
You'll also in 100% have to collect, you have to buy everything in the shop, all of the blue and purple orbs and all of the weapon abilities, which means that you have to get a lot of special bonuses in order to be able to afford it. There's been a really awesome resurgence, or not really a resurgence since no one ran it before, but there's been an awesome growth of.
Блин, удобно, что можно летать в форме Devil Trigger.
Slickford is the homie in the community. Started doing his attempts at 100% Dante Must Die, which at the time no one had ever completed before. So since then, a couple people completed it. He completed it. This Korean runner completed it, and then I have also completed it. And let me tell you, that was definitely the hardest thing I've ever done in gaming. It was absolutely crazy, and that journey is what has inspired me to submit this run into the event, because this is the marathon safe version of that run.
Yeah, shout outs to Slickford, just absolutely one of just a world. Oh my goodness gracious!
Оу,
This is fine.
0 хп.
As I was saying,
Это как
shout outs to
вообще?
Slickford, absolutely just a top class runner and just an all around good dude. Really helped push a lot of the Dante Must Die stuff.
Yeah, it's basically like me, him, and all those old Japanese runs that no one's watched in a long time. that was the DMD routing, and Yang as well, and some Dan as well. And we definitely made DMD into something worth running, which is really cool to see.
Блин, если плюнуть в Данте, он погибнет. А чё, похилиться нет смысла?
Shadows, but we're going to use holy waters this time, or well, I'm going to use a yellow orb, and then I'm going to use a holy water because I died. But yeah, we're going to use a holy water here to do this secret mission.
Ну, у нас есть желтые
It's a
орбы,
lot
окей.
faster, and when you do the save and quit glitch, which we're going to do to teleport back to the start of the mission, it actually gets rid of the negative side effects of using items. So that yellow orb I used and these holy waters I'm about to use are not going to negatively affect my rank. So that's going to make it possible to get a special bonus, even though I used a bunch of items, which is going to be really nice for the orb route.
Судя по всему, перезаход миссии позволит нам не получить
So I just doused them a little bit.
штрафы за использование предмета. Отлично.
Bad kitty.
don't even know if it was possible for you to dodge that attack, by the way, when it popped out.
It comes out immediately, and I was mashing, but Dante was like, nah, you're taking this L. I was like, okay, all right, fair enough, dude. This would be an excellent time for some donations.
We have $100 from All-in-One Mighty. Says, it's amazing to see Devil May Cry again at GDQ.
Вообще достаточно динамичный спидран.
Run by Maxi Lobes many times. And now with another amazing runner of the
Перемещение
game.
туда-сюда.
The commentary is gold. The gameplay is Dante.
Драки местами сложные, но, к сожалению, нужно спамить одно и то же. Или, по крайней мере, пока что это выглядит таким образом, что нужно спамить одно и то же. Возможно, на самом деле это не оптимально.
And we have $10 from Nello Angelo, who says, brother, can I have some loops? Please, brother, the loops.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Thank you.
So a big divergence that we're going to see from any percent is that usually we go down the blue shield path, and that's where we collect the lance item. However, here we're going to have to go down both paths, kind of, but we're going to get the lances from the red path because
Здесь мы используем оба пути, обычно используем только один, а тут будем два, окей.
And we're going to need the lances in order to open up the arena to the next boss, which is the final fight against Griffin.
Yeah, and so this mission has you go down 2 optional paths, and you just have to collect one of the 2 things at the end of the path. But since it's all collectibles, we got to collect not both of them, but we got to collect one of them and get both of the blue fragments on either side. If you do go all the way to the end of both of them, you can pick up another item that we need for all collectibles called Nightmare Beta. It's the last gun we're going to be collecting. But if you skip it here, it actually shows up in Mission 19. And it's way faster to grab it there than it is here. So we're just going to wait and grab it later.
Интересно, что мы можем пропустить некоторые предметы, и они появятся в следующих миссиях позже. Что ж, хорошая механика.
Smells like fried chicken. There's a boss coming up. His name's Griffin. You might know him if you played DMC5.
I liked him more in DMC5. He was a homie in that game.
Yeah, he was cool.
Until he wasn't.
Yeah,
Босс Гриффин. Грифон? Может быть.
Rest in peace, little chicken. That's what we're about to be saying after.
Сейчас будет видно, в общем.
So, it's a boss fight. I don't know what to say, man. I'm gonna try to concentrate. Maybe you guys can elaborate on what's extra going on here. I gotta collect one more blue
Концентрация над дракой.
before the boss fight starts.
Yeah, so Griffin kind of has 3 phases in this fight. The first one, he's gonna be just, I think he starts on the ground. And so once he gets past a certain threshold, he's gonna start flying around, or he's gonna come down and, I'm confusing myself. These phasers are so complex, dude. Okay, so yeah, so now he's gonna fly up. All right, awesome.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna shoot some grenade launcher shots.
Пиццы мы уже дрались, выйдя из двери. Здесь, к сожалению, такого сделать нельзя.
There he is. And now he's gonna be throwing everything at us.
Есть сложности с битвой с летающими противниками. Хотя гранатомет вполне легко справляется. О, заряжает. Бум. Fireball.
That's not fun, but you get to a free Meteor 2 there. And Meteor 2 actually was again one of those sort of OG strats from back in the day that people would use on Griffin, but here it is making an appearance in Dante Must Die before it premiered in any percent normal.
Yeah, in any percent normal,
много стреляет у нас.
16 status. So Meteor level
Показываем,
2
что мы
is
тоже
really
умеем
important
стрелять.
because you can actually have it hit Griffin twice. If Griffin is kind of crouching his head down, right there, Waifu didn't get the double hit, but you can get a double hit there. The timing is a little weird, but at the start of the fight, he got 2 directly, so that you saw his health bar go down quite a bit at the very start of the fight, and that's because he got 2 double hits in a row, which
Да, он, в
started
принципе,
that
так был
second
в прайм-тайме.
phase really quickly.
Yeah, his health bar is a little deceiving though. The 2 double hits
Так,
at the
что-то
beginning do way more damage
засиделся.
than the double hits in the middle and the end.
Yeah, that's true. Once he gets his wing cut off.
Yeah, he gets way tankier when he's hurt. I
Засиделся.
don't know how that works, but
The adrenaline.
so this is a fun little thing. On the PC version, when he falls over, he's invincible. But in PS2, he's actually supposed to open up his chest and have a weak point there.
На ПК
So it's actually
версии,
wow, you
когда
did so much
падает
damage, you knocked
птица.
over the boss. Here's extra damage. But in the PC
Неуязвим.
version, it's here's some time loss.
И в принципе, вроде бы ты выбил босса
Overall,
в
it is a
нокаут, а
very
он
good port,
должен
but there are
быть
a couple things
слабее,
like
но
that that are just kind of funny. Like,
ПК не
There's also
справился с
like
этим.
like
А в
no
принципе,
visual
порт
effects on
хороший,
some of
говорю.
Phantom's attacks. So like
Вот
sometimes
это
he'll just
хорошая
like
новость
hit
для
you
тех,
with a
кто
slam
хотел
attack and you just
ознакомиться с
look
этой
like you got
игрой.
hit by air.
yep.
Если
It's really
спидранер
funny.
говорит, что порт хороший, это проверено временем. Слова проверенные временем.
This guy has a lot of health, man.
Yeah, this is not particularly bad or good RNG, but if I don't die, then I guess it's good RNG, right?
That's true.
By a little chicken.
Главное не погибнуть. Правильно?
Thank you. That was
И
one of the
победили.
bosses I was worried about. That's like the first of the really
Легко.
hard bosses.
Also, there's Trish randomly. I think that's the only time she actually shows
Это
up in this
первый
game.
из реально сложных боссов.
No, she'll be here later.
Kind of, yeah.
Kinda. She's in the background. She's like photobombing.
Какой же второй из
The
реально
next
сложных
mission
боссов?
has the first, like,
Какой-нибудь
probably the
Вергилий?
hardest boss fight in the game. Well, it's a toss-up between this one
А,
and the one after
окей.
that,
Следующий босс
basically.
самый сложный.
We're gonna be fighting Nightmare.
А,
It's
еще даже
Nightmare.
будет сложный босс.
But until we get there, we have one
Это
secret mission to do
кошмар.
and then a lot of running. So it's actually a perfect time for a few
Как
minutes.
босса зовут?
All right, we have $10 from Twisted Solus, who says, I love the Sunshine and Banjo-Tooie runs, and I am excited to see the Devil May Cry one. Also, let me see the turnip in a fedora. That is a reference to one of our bid wars for the hat on the upcoming run. And let's see here, we have $10 from A. Dunhill, who says, shout out to Waifu for running one of my favorite games, Devil May Cry. Good luck.
Thank you.
We have a reference from earlier. We have $100 from a tall shade of the color red, who said, Spooters, you weren't kidding. It is just like Doom Eternal 100%. We have $30 from Calvin, who says, watched many a GDQ, but only recently have been able to donate. It's been a tradition to tune in, but it's time to set a new tradition to donate. Good luck making
КП некрасиво
the
заскейлилось.
devil cry.
Конечно.
All right, so now we're back in the castle.
Ну, возвращаемся в замок.
And it's a lot spookier than it was before. There's a lot more shadows in the wall. Also, I love how Dante's shadow has no jacket on it, if you'll notice.
Hey, look, man, this game came out in 2001. All right, that was like before I was born.
That's a Kamiya moment.
That's true. So we're gonna grab this little light here, and then we're gonna start heading to the boss. After we do like a Tekken juggle to this guy, if he'll cooperate. He did
He
not
just kept
cooperate.
rolling.
Потихонечку
He
направляемся
was
к
like a
боссу.
Limp Bizkit song, but he was stuck in repeat.
Rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. So this this section has a lot of collectibles. There's actually 2 secret missions on this mission, and a couple of blue orb fragments. And it also has another random enemy hallway. This next hallway is going to be random. It's either fetishes or it is a shadow. We're hoping for fetishes. And the game heard
Следующий.
me, I think. Actually, it might be fetishes.
Следующая комната рандомная. Посмотрим, что мы получим по противникам.
I should just not mention what
Но
I
это
want to have
тень.
happen.
There's so
Нам
many
не
cues
повезло.
in this category.
Dude, there are a lot of cats in this category. If you're a cat person, this is the Devil May Cry speedrun for you.
Yup.
Please, sir.
Hey, Loner, can you figure out how to despawn these ones? Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah,
Yo.
he spawned this one, dude. Is he red?
I can't
Did I
even
get
tell.
trolled? I can't tell either. Ah, I did get trolled. I did, yeah, he's not even, yeah. RNG health, by the way. Really good. Sir, can we go towards the door at least? Yeah,
Nice,
1
there you
HP,
go.
nice. Just did poke him.
Nice.
Taunt for some BT. Oh, that I'm gonna have to use it now. Give me some health,
Так и
bro.
сдохнуть можно.
Very nice.
Nice.
Нормально,
He
в
did-
ДТ
he did give
справился.
you health.
Ah, I need DT. Thank you, sir. That's why we want fetishes. It goes way smoother than that, I swear.
Yeah. Way smoother.
That's okay.
All right, so moving on into Nightmare. So this looks quite a bit different from any percent normal. Normally we would just kind of do a 1 cycle. It involves like 5 Ifrit hits and then a Holy Water. But here we're gonna actually have to juggle Nightmare's cores. So essentially, if you do a certain amount of damage, or a certain amount of hits rather, to the 2 cores that
Кошмар.
Nightmare has, they can break and they'll turn different shades. They'll go
Реально
from
кошмар.
blue to green to red.
Вообще мы обычно
And
используем
so Waifu's
святую
gonna
воду.
use the grenade launcher
Не кошмаре.
into the Elastor stingers in order to do a bunch of damage to this top
не
core
здесь.
and just try and and not do too many hits to it. He's got to do a lot of damage here,
Гранатомет
but not
плюс
a lot of
стингер.
hits.
Окей,
And in the
nice.
back core here, he's going to use
Немного
Ifrit.
хп с ними.
And the reason that he uses the grenade launcher in tandem with Elastor, you might be thinking that's a lot of hits. That looks like a lot of hits. And the reason that he uses the grenade launcher here is because the grenade launcher doesn't actually count, for some reason, as a hit against the cores. So that just allows you to get in free damage pretty much. We're
Выглядит
gonna go
прикольно.
back to the top core here, loop this up.
It's fine.
Запрыгиваем наверх, дамажим через верхний орб.
And we also have to keep the lights on in this fight too. Nightmare cannot enter the state that he's currently in unless the lights are on. So in addition to like managing all the damage that you have to do on the
Надо
two different
выключить
cores,
свет.
you also have to manage the lights by hitting those light wheels. in the
Включаем свет,
room.
и тогда противник перейдет в последнюю
And you also see
последнюю
Waifu
стадию.
using a move there called Rolling Blaze, which basically turns your jumps and
Интересная
double
механика
trigger
босса.
with Ifrit into attacks, where you have a hitbox on them. And there's a giant like
Разваливаем
tentacle that
шарик
comes out and you can just
и выигрываем.
That was a really,
Победа.
really good. Yeah, awesome job.
Very nice.
You beat it too fast. I couldn't even.
Хорошая драка, выглядел хорошо, быстро.
Yeah, so that boss is really scary. He has those cores, like Cosmic said. And the really important thing about that boss fight is the cores actually transition across all 3 times you fight the boss.
Yep.
So I broke the top core there from blue to green. And when I go to fight him in a couple of missions, the top core will start green. And that's important because those cores take less and less damage the more you break them. So we need to make sure we do the optimal damage and the optimal amount of hits for every fight. Otherwise, at the end, it could be really bad. But we did it perfect there. So all of the cores were good, and we didn't lose any cycles or anything like that. So it should be good once we get to mission 18 for the next boss fight. And now we're doing a secret mission where, lo and behold, we have to kill more shadows. More demon kitties.
I feel like it's a pretty good time for some damage.
Секретная миссия, в которой мы уничтожаем в очередной раз
We
кошек.
have $10 from Devil Never Cry, who says,
Yeah, you can see.
Бум.
even a devil may cry seeing this beautiful run in action. Much love from the UK. We have $25 from Zyko, who says, 900K hype train, let's go!
That's awesome. How close are we to that?
We are a little less than $11,000 away from 900K.
Nice.
Come on, we're right there. But thank you everybody who has donated. We have $50
Я, кажется,
from
он
Shish, who
запланированно
says,
его схватил.
Thank you everybody. Less than 3. Thank you, Shish.
Не понял, зачем он это сделал, но окей.
$5 from Meow, who says,
Может быть,
I
так быстрее
read
Котяра умер, поэтому.
$5 train? I think you did. We have $100 from Raider Monkey, who says, I'm doing my part. Let's go, chat.
Probably fit in like 1 or 2 more.
All right, well, I've got one here. We're hearing from a tall shade of the color red again with a $500 donation.
Yo.
Very nice.
And they keep it short and sweet and just say,
Видимо, их нужно убить в определенных
Good morning.
позициях, чтобы получить
Thank you very
синие
much.
орбы.
Thank you.
All right, so we beat the secret mission. We've only got a couple left. They're kind of mid-loaded in the game. And so there is one right at the start of the next mission, which we're going to try to save some Devil Trigger for. We're actually going to buy a purple orb. That's really important because when you buy purple orbs in this game, it refills your DT all the way back to the top.
Не, вождя не было
So
на
we can
видео.
just dump all our DT at the end of this mission and then buy a purple orb at the start of the next.
Верно.
And
Вообще не
we'll
должно
be
было быть.
full up for the next one. And that's really important. So we need to be able to vortex, which is what we're doing right here, across this bridge. Because if you fall into the water there, you get an extra combat room. It's really slow. You know, it's not a good time. And the secret mission is going to have us go across that twice. So we're going to be buying this purple orb here. And this is also mission 17, which is going to be our last
Да много кто
mission
появлялся.
where we are fighting Nella.
Но-
It's going to be the final battle with Nello Angelo.
Это,
The
естественно, не
final
для
battle
всех.
with trying to force feed him his Fruit Loops. You know, mom's coming home.
Я вот 5
Gotta give him
лет,
his dinner.
5 лет этим занимаюсь.
In the
И
meantime,
могу
we're
с
spinning.
удовольствием сказать, что это
Got any
хорошее хобби
GQ spins in the chat?
Spins.
в моей жизни.
So basically, what Waifu has to do for this secret mission is he has to kill. I think you have to kill the
Nope. You just
No?
have to get the blue orb
What?
fragment.
Nope.
Your life is a lie. You don't have
Okay,
То, что
well,
нужно
I just
получить,
don't
это
know anything
орб.
about this
Мгм.
game.
Окей.
It's okay, man.
I'm a fraud, dude.
It's okay.
Just gotta collect the blue orb fragment when we're out of there.
Yep, and we're out of there. That's the secret mission. Easy peasy.
Есть
And we're
еще
gonna try to
cool kit.
get well, ideally, we try to get a special bonus in this mission.
По-моему.
That's not super
Или
necessary.
как
Would
его
be
звали?
nice, just a little comfort orbs. And that does require
Не,
getting
cool kit.
almost no damage. So that would be nice.
Gonna do a
Squid
kind
Kid,
of an old
что-то
boy
такое.
strat
А он
in this
еще
cross
никнеймы
too.
менял вроде.
With the it's
На
gonna
что-то
use Meteor
другое.
2. He's gonna line the two frosts up, and he's gonna hit them both with one meteor.
Yep,
It's actually super cool
a little collateral,
how that evolved.
the little quick scope.
Can he avoid this cutscene? Oh, never mind. Nope. So that attack right there that the frost just did, you have like 7 frames to get out of the way or something.
Which is less than human reaction time, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. Thanks, Camilla.
Блин, кайфово,
Down go
конечно.
the frosts.
Когда
And, another RNG room here, where it's either fetishes or nobodies.
в перчатках
Wow, saying that out loud.
сражаешься.
We want nobodies because it's faster. So I'm gonna get fetishes because that's how this run is going. Hey, at least no deaths that actually matter so far.
And funny enough, on the PS2 version of this game, you don't actually have to complete this fight for whatever reason. I think it's JP PS2, yeah. So the Japanese PS2 version, this mission specifically, like, if we were playing on Japanese PS2, Waifu would be able to just go and collect the blue orb fragment in this room, leave without doing this whole little deflection thing that's going to go on with this thing that's very obviously a dragon. And then he would just be able to go straight to the boss.
It's a dinosaur.
It's a dragon.
It's a dinosaur, I'm pretty sure.
The game says it's a dragon.
Знаем. Фаерболы
The
динозавра.
game also says that it's Nello Angelo,
That's fair.
and it's Nero Angelo, for those who don't
That's
know.
true.
Translation error. It's Italian for Black Knight, and it's supposed to be, spoilers, Nello is Nero's dad from 4 and 5. It's Virgil. After DMC 3, he's like, even though I just spent all this time fighting my brother, I think it's time to go take on the king of the underworld. And so he promptly gets spanked and put under mind control, and that is where he is in this game. And we're gonna go fight him, feed him some Fruit Loops, and put him down. But yeah, his name's supposed to be Nero, and hence his kid's name, Nero.
Indeed.
Just gotta head over to the boss fights, and then we're gonna do one last set of Fruit Loops. It's the same exact set of Fruit Loops we did before, except for this time it's a lot scarier because the geometry of the arena isn't the most ideal. And he can walk out of the loop if you push him too far into a wall.
Yeah, this version of Nello especially, like if you don't get the loop correct, it's definitely the scariest.
Oh, nice.
That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, and that's why it's scary.
Yeah.
Очень опасный Нелло. Куча хп снимает. Надо заставить его.
We don't want him to meteor while I'm on the stairs.
Застать его врасплох.
I also don't want him to hit me with his sword.
1 хп.
This is fine, but I don't have DT.
Я не понимаю, почему 1 хп остается все время. Так и должно быть?
Please don't.
Или мы не можем умереть в ДТ, или что?
He might be thinking the same thing, though.
Oh boy, what is he?
Dude, he is...
Goodness.
He's taking a tour. I don't want to fight him in there because it's terrible. He keeps going up to do this by the... Oh.
Плохая позиция для нас.
So we're gonna get a redraft.
We get a nice fresh
Yes.
start, okay?
Nice.
If
Yes.
you're wondering why Waifu doesn't want to fight him on the stairs, it's because Waifu needs to jump out of
Так
the way
построена
of
игра,
that
что ты
attack,
типа
but
на одном
the
хп
Hadouken
остаешься всегда?
attack will hit his ankle
Hmm.
because
Okay.
he's like just a tiniest bit higher than Dante, so he doesn't have a chance to execute that strategy.
Yeah, we want to try to steer him over towards the window if possible. Let's give him the slightest nudge, you know.
Желательно заставить его
Full health, so
упереться
I'm just
в
gonna
окно.
let him hit me if he hits me.
Но для этого нужно хорошо
Yeah, that's,
As
комбить.
long as we get him into the setup.
it's a damage boost.
Получили урон, не уклонились.
We don't want to push him into the window because that'll happen.
Yep.
Yeah, can you go on the left side, please, sir? Yeah, if you push him too far into certain spots of the collision, the game goes, oh, he's out of bounds, and then tries to walk him back in bounds. And so that breaks the loop.
Looks good.
Yeah, this is a good
В
start.
принципе, вполне похоже, что мы поймали его в цикл. Осталось немного.
Gotta love this soundtrack.
Главное не запихать его в ОБ,
Yeah,
иначе
this song slaps.
он вырвется.
Certified bop.
Перчатками, видимо, лучше делать
Should
бесконечную
finish him
камбу.
off. Very nice. Good recovery. Awesome job.
Отлично.
Thank you.
Со второго раза. Окей, хорошо. Хорошо.
So with Nello dead, we get the second half of the amulet, and now we have the Sparta sword, this epic, awesome sword that our dad
Теперь у нас
used.
есть меч Спарты. Уэйл.
Yeah, I don't really have a good relationship with my dad, so I'm gonna switch swords. It's not a very good sword. It doesn't let you use Devil Trigger, so most of the strats and the cool stuff we've been doing so
Меч,
far
который не
use Devil
позволяет
Trigger.
использовать
So
ДТ.
not being able to use
Ну и
that, not
помойка.
very good. So we're just gonna put it away until the end of the game, and make our way into. Well, I think this is the hardest fight of the game. The last two were really difficult.
Подводная
but,
секция
this
от
one,
первого лица.
It also relies on you having a good first Nightmare fight because you have to have the setup correct. And that just makes it a lot more difficult. We did get the perfect setup, so that's really good. So we're just going to need to temper out that damage. And
Так,
ideally,
засетапили идеально.
we're going to start this fight with a green top core and a blue back core. And if we do it right, we should end with a green top core and a green back core. If we end up with a red core, that's going to be really unfortunate for the final fight with Nightmare later on in the run.
Yeah, the amount of damage, like damage resistance that Nightmare gets from having a red core is just really, really strong.
Yeah, and so one of the things that we didn't mention is you can
А
actually.
то есть ДТ надо использовать для каждой пушки, ну,
when
купить
he's
для
in his
каждой
deep
пушки
form, you can
отдельно.
let him suck you up, and then you have to fight a couple of skulls, and then.
Я
a
думал,
boss
ДТ
that you've
покупается
already fought
просто
previously.
на АК.
For the first Nightmare fight, you fight Phantom, and the second Nightmare fight you fight Griffin, and the third Nightmare fight you fight Nello. Nello and Phantom are pretty easy and fast, but fighting Griffin is really slow. Diving loses about a minute on each fight over just doing the optimal strategy. But what it does do is diving also resets the amount of hits taken on the core for that fight. So if let's say I hit the core on the top that's green like 10 times, and I can only hit it
Интересно.
11 times, if I dive, when I
Окей.
come back out, I can hit it 11 more times. before
Что-то
I
он
break.
какую-то сложную
We're
технику
hopefully gonna
по
do that, because that
беда
would be
над
very
боссами
cool.
рассказывает. Просто бей,
So here
не
we go.
умирай, выигрывай. Easy for head, лол.
Start off, the lights are already on. He's gonna go for the top core here.
Так, свет зажжен. Что за пушка у нас была? Мини-автомат. Ломаем орб.
Okay, good first cycle.
And so again, here, this is what I was talking about last fight, where there's going to be a sort of like.
Ну, он собирает все
spike
пушки,
attack
все
that comes out, and
арбы.
you're gonna have to deflect it using rolling blaze, and then that allows that back core there to stay out because Nightmare will just operate on
Что-то
sort of
еще
like
собирает.
a rotation of attacks, and that spike attack is every second attack that he does pretty much when a core comes out.
That missed hit there is unfortunate, but deal with it.
Один удар промазали, но что поделать.
So that just broke the backcourt to green, which is fine. But we're gonna force the backcourt again here, and hopefully we'll kill with this.
Мне
If
нужно
we
еще
don't,
раз
then it's gonna be a little scary.
Кор сзади. Желательно развалить его прямо сейчас. Получится ли? По
Okay,
урону
it's a
похоже,
little
что
bit
получится.
unfortunate, but I think it should be okay.
Yeah, you should be able to just do like grenade launch.
О, 1 хп. Ванов.
Yeah,
Very
so
nice,
we,
good job.
yeah.
All right, let's go.
Бум. Окей.
So I think it should be fine. We actually won't be able to tell if I did it right until the third time we fight him.
Yeah.
If I did it wrong, then when we start the fight, the top core will be red, and that's bad. But if we did it correctly, or if we did it wrong, the top row will be red. If we did it right, the top row will be green. I think that we should be fine there. I only did one extra hit, and I didn't grief too much. So it should be fine. Not a big deal. I'm just glad we didn't die.
Говорит, что должно быть вроде все в порядке по сетапам. Я все равно не сообразил, что с сетапом. Что-то он какой-то очень сложный.
Yeah, wow, I just realized we're on mission 19.
Yeah, dude. Flying.
We're going through it, dude. We're getting
zooming.
there. Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to Maxi, actually, because back when I first started speedrunning, all I ran was Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, which that was not a game I ran for very long. And then I started running Resident Evil 4, and I wanted to branch out into other speed games, and I was like, man, you know, Devil May Cry is one of the first games I ever played. That seems like it'd be cool. I wonder if anyone's speedrun it. And the answer was basically no, except for a couple of people and Maxi. And he had done a run of this game at a GDQ event in like 2016, 2017? 2017. And that was the run that got me inspired to learn a bunch of different games and led me to meeting him. And we're good friends now. So it was really, really cool to come back all these years later with it so much more optimized than it was, and running a category that probably you never would have thought anyone would be running at an event like this at that time.
Делится историей своей вайфу о том, как он попал в спидранинг. У всех есть эта интересная история, как все получилось. У многих, наверное, правильно сказать будет. Не у всех она интересная. Кто-то просто начал спидранить и все.
Of course, thank you, dude. And this would be a great time for Nations.
Just want to jump in real quick and say I was on the couch for that run at AGDQ 2017, and it was quite a moment as well. So thank you again, Maxi, for creating all of this for us as well. We have $100 from Icy Rain, who says, shout out to Enigma. This is to pay for my freeloader points. Icy, you know, Icy. Thank you, Icy. We have here, let me get one right here. We have $25 from Hypest Ivysaur, who says, another day of watching video games, and I love it. Always enjoy watching great streamers for a good cause.
Посмотрев этот ран, могу сказать, что он достаточно беден на комбинации оружий. Или как правильно по-русски сказать? Наверное, да, на комбинации от оружий. То есть, может быть, это не самый лучший репрезентатор? Но по факту, что может быть лучше, чем показывать на самой высокой сложности? Потому что здесь ты обязан утилизировать все ресурсы и носить там максимум урона и так далее. Не, я просто... Я только персонально знаком с DMC4. DMC3 я не прошел, сколько-то в него играл. Но по большей степени я, по-моему, DMC4 только прошел. И... Ну, DMC4 реально хорошая игра. Там и достаточно разнообразный спидран. Много оружия используется. Зеленые арбы. Вайфу говорит, что так и должно быть. Хорошо. Ну, я имею в виду больше, что, да, может быть, он пользуется одним мечом и там перчаткой, но это выглядит разнообразней, чем то, что мы видим. Может быть, здесь визуально плохо видно, что происходит.
That was really close.
So I'm.
Опа, похилимся.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
2 holy waters though, and the boss is headphones warning.
Святая вода.
Gosh.
Окей.
Boss
Wow,
down,
round of
very
applause
nice.
for that.
Yeah.
That last part was scary, but like there's so many things that can go wrong during that fight. So
Это было
all things considered,
страшно.
that went really well.
Но мы
That was
справились.
really scary, but that fight went super solid. Shout outs to all the old Japanese runners that had that strat not hidden away. It was in their run videos that no one watched for a really long time. And that strat is huge.
Спасибо всем японским спидранерам, которые показали эту страту в своих спидранах. Просто никто их спидраны не смотрел. Вот так вот работает модерация. Як вы.
Oh wow, wait a second. They're like actually really good.
And that blue orb that Waifu just picked up is the last blue orb that we're going to be picking up in the whole run.
Yep, and this is the final secret mission. We're going to collect the Bangle of Time. I didn't even know this existed until I started running this category. Basically, it's like Quicksilver in DMC3. It slows down time. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to use it at all in the run.
Ну, то есть визуально эта игра, ну, хорошо выглядит. Может быть из-за ремейка, но в целом все круто выглядит.
Did you find this variant of it?
Но,
Or just the
not
other
this
one?
one, no.
Not this one?
может быть, я что-то не понимаю.
Very cool trick that you can do with
Вообще,
vortex with
просто
the auto
драки не должны
lock
выглядеть
on
так вот.
override,
Спам Стингера.
where we're gonna lock on to an enemy that's
Или
above
там
us,
спам.
and that can be a vortex, and then manually override the
Ну,
lock on
да,
as we start
тут
flying.
менеджмент
And
ресурсов
that is
совсем
gonna
другой,
cause us
потому
to
что за счет
shoot
гранатомета
way up in
ему
the sky,
не сильно
skip
нужно
all the
менеджить
platforming,
ДТ. Гранатомет ему
and,
восполняет ДТ очень
collect the
много.
Bangle of Time. We're gonna do that one more time in this level. In order to skip some more platforming near the end of it. But for now, we're just gonna go in here and we gotta break a switch that unlocks a door, and it's supposed to go all the way to the other side of the room, but you can just line up a sick angle shot.
Ну,
to
игра
get
старая,
across
понятное дело.
and open that door into the next area where I'm gonna be doing basically what I did in the secret mission. Just
Если можно поиграть в хороший ремейк, и спидранеры, в принципе, очень хорошая проверка ремейков.
Which, if you have GQ spins in the chat, this is a great time.
Это хорошо, что
and
хороший
also a
ремейк
great
вышел.
time for donations.
All right, we have, stay with me here. We have $50 from Cat Person who says, I asked my cat how much I should donate and he led me to the snack cupboard. So I'm donating his snack allowance.
Oh no, the snacks.
We have $25 from Wolf who says, I didn't sleep well last night, but I know all of this hype will wake me up good today. Loving the runs and keep saving those frames.
То есть я уверен,
$50 from
можно не
Not
стингером их
Ideal
убивать,
Gaming,
а
who says,
этим,
"Always so much
в
fun
перчатках,
watching SGDQ.
через
It's such a
ДТ.
great cause.
Вообще же
Good
круто.
luck to all the runners."
Но здесь, видимо, нет этого там Royal Guard или как
We
он
have
называется.
$100 from Anonymous, who says, just thanks to GDQ.
All right, so here, after this nobody right here, is going to be the Cosmo Climb. We used to do a bunch of platforming in this room, and instead, now what we're going to do is the plasmas, they're the electric bats that are kind of flying around. Waifu's going to aim up at them, and he's going to activate Vortex, and then use that lock-on override to go straight to the top of the room. And
Что сказать, ясно?
there it is.
Really good one too.
Не,
That was
ну,
like perfect.
я не
Very
могу
nice.
сказать, что
Good
это
job.
там
To the door too, yeah.
как-то
There you go.
похоже на
Beautiful.
Resident. Выглядит как самостоятельная игра.
All right, so we're heading into the big bad Mundus. He's the big boss enemy.
Может
of
быть,
this
это
game.
из-за опыта
And
того,
we're
как
gonna be
выглядит
fighting two phases of
следующие
him here.
игры.
Mundus 1 and Mundus 2.
Тут
And
сложно
Mundus
абстрагироваться.
1, the director of this game, Kamiya, he really likes Harrier shoot-'em-up sections, like a lot.
Yeah,
So-
we've
so
been
much,
joking about
yeah.
like Kamiya moments, but this is the actual Kamiya moment.
And in order to pay him back, we're going to use an auto hockey script to mash as hard as you can, because it turns
Просто
out,
я так понял,
you
здесь
can actually
есть
shoot as fast as the game can register inputs in this
понятие, как
section,
какое-то оружие
and
лучше против
that
какого-то
just
противника.
incentivizes runners to
И там перчатки,
annihilate their
они
enemies by
огненные и
mashing
наносят
here.
огненный урон против
So
ледяных
we,
противников.
Honestly, this is probably
А
the
меч,
intended
он,
experience. I think that
видимо,
if you're
просто
playing this game at
универсальный.
home, you should probably do this. At least use a turbo controller.
Интересный
Like,
босс.
save your poor hands. This is a nightmare. But it absolutely decimates him. Just
Он
like
не
he's
машет
absolutely
выстрел,
decimating
разрешено
the boss.
использовать
His attacks are completely RNG, and I'm getting really bad RNG.
Как его зовут-то? О, я не помню. В общем, разрешено использовать штуку, которая автоматически все делает.
There we go.
Okay, so we didn't get a one cycle. If you get good RNG and you line up your shots correctly, you can kill him there. But that's fine. We just get a nice little two cycle here.
Если сделать все правильно, мы можем
Both of
сделать
that
все за один
tree
цикл,
just-
но...
just looks like a
Анаки.
whole, like, river of red runes
О,
coming
почти
around it.
смерть.
That's like a laser beam. It shoots so fast. This is what we want. This is the good attacks. Easy to dodge. And goodbye, Mundus 1, which is nice. We get a little checkpoint.
Не макрос.
And we're gonna head
Автофайр
into
по-английски. Я не
Mundus
помню,
2.
как используется.
This lava
По-русски.
here does damage to you, but
тут
it
два.
can't kill you. So you can just jump in
Лава
and just
делает урон,
wail
но не
away.
может убить. Кайф. Босс
And
подманивает
use
нас,
our untouchables here to
но
hopefully not die.
ничего не делает.
It would be very, very bad if I died after using these items. So
Используем штуки, которые
I don't
делают
even
нас
know why I said
неуязвимыми,
that,
судя по
but
всему.
yeah. It's a really good time to run out of DT, actually.
Absolutely.
ДТ вышла тоже вовремя. Видимо, Untouchable нам дает еще и ДТ.
So
Круто.
in 100%, you have to do this without using items.
Oh, wait a second. Legendary cutscene?
Yeah, did we meet the
Did we
legendary
hit that
cutscene?
incentive?
В стопроцентном
Oh, yeah.
ране
We did
нужно
meet
это
the
делать без
okay, yeah.
предметов.
We sure did.
Yeah, just don't skip it.
Жесть.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, dude.
А, будем катсцену
God.
смотреть.
The only thing I'm skipping is a heartbeat. That was scary.
Почти
That was scary.
чуть ли не
Okay,
умер.
don't skip the cutscene, streamer. Like, skip
Было
that one.
опасно.
Yeah, that
Don't
one's
skip
fine.
this one.
We're
Yeah.
Не пропускаем катсцену. Смотрим катсцену.
Get the Bible thumbs out, Jet.
You all donated for this.
Задонатили на катсцену.
Risked her life for me. And now you too.
Молодой еще в рубашке.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
The lip quiver.
It's so good. It's so good.
Жесть, вот это он плачет.
Even the devil may cry when he loses a loved one.
What I want to know though is how she has an amulet still on her, but that's supposed to be absorbed into the Sparta sword.
This was my
This is devil may cry, sir. Don't look too far into it.
Yeah, and like the other thing to point out is that he
Leaves the legendary sword with her.
kind of needs that.
Yeah, right. Though, like,
here now. Rest in peace.
It's a nice gesture, though.
that's true.
Well, that was that. Thank you for donating for that. Stole that idea right from Maxi's run. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no. Free real estate.
Free real estate. All right, so speaking of free real estate, there's about to be a bunch of free
Так,
real
видимо,
estate on
нам
this
дали
island
tаймер, чтобы
because it is
убраться
about to
из
explode. This is a Capcom game.
сюда,
You know what that
отсюда.
means?
You
The
have
vape
way too much
sequence.
time.
Yeah, that means you have like 10 years to get off this island before it explodes. So that's what we're doing. We're getting out of here. We're blowing this popsicle stand.
Yeah. Mundus actually got the whole self-destruction layout plan from Wesker.
Yeah. Did you know this game was supposed to be RE4?
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did we talk about this?
I
We
don't-
did.
I don't think
no,
we did.
No.
I don't think.
No way. No. No.
I don't think anyone knows that.
I never had any idea. I had to jump in. My goodness.
So we're just heading to the end. We got like one more enemy to kill, and then we got the final true boss.
A giant can of SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Последний
The forgotten
boss.
spaghetti. Turns into a mutant creature.
Yeah, for real.
SpaghettiOs, the Lost Island.
Yeah.
спагеттио. Что за босс?
One
Непонятно.
more Shadow Cats. One more opportunity for it to have unlimited HP and just completely troll me. Nope, got the crit.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
nice.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Now, I just want to say it's been a total blast. Thank you, GDQ, for having me. I actually have 3 runs this event, which is insane. I hope that I lived up to the expectations of them. And it's really, really an honor to come back, especially for the in-person event. I've done some runs before, but never an in-person main event. And to be able to do Devil May Cry with the people I'm doing it with is a huge honor. It's super, super cool, and I really appreciate it. I actually been on a big DMC1 grind lately. I got the 100% all collectibles and any percent world records for Dante Must Die. Dan, I'm coming for you. Gonna take that low percent record from you when I get
Хвастается.
back. And it's just been a super
Хвастается
fun
вайфу
time. If
своими
you want
рекордами.
to see me go get that low percent record.
Всех благодарит за участие.
True. Real fast. Hold on.
Looks like we have a winner.
Yeah. Anyways, if you want to watch me get that record, you could go follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/waifu.
Подписывайтесь, если вы хотите посмотреть,
I'm also on
как
YouTube.
я
I have
покажу
my
рекорд.
WaifuRuns
Блин, неужто он
TV channel
out of
where
estimate
I
сделать даже?
do, some challenge runs and stuff like that on
Ну,
YouTube.
катсцены
And
не
my
такие
main
длинные,
channel,
чтобы он
WaifuRuns,
сделал out of
which you may have seen
estimate,
before,
но
do video essays.
я не видел, чтобы он
I do
руинил. Ну,
speedruns all
я,
sorts of
может
games.
быть, не так
Later
хорошо
in the event,
вижу,
I'll be doing,
как
Left
все
4 Dead 2
происходит.
with some of my friends on some
Были,
co-op
конечно,
runs.
длинные
I did
драки,
Left 4
да,
Dead 2,
очевидно.
Resident Evil, Devil May Cry,
Но
all that stuff. I did Halo Infinite
не
earlier. Check
настолько
that
же.
out if you haven't. And yeah,
Ну,
I just really
Escape-сцена
appreciate you guys
явно
having me.
из
And
RE
if you
4
guys have anything to say,
забранная.
now's the time. We're at the end.
I got one thing to say. Time.
Окей, время.
Perfect. That's time.
Время.
If you like what you
13.
saw here and you want to run this game, join the Discord. There's always tons of players that are active, always ready to help people. There's a tutorial for any percent normal as well.
Так, и
Be
надо
sure to check
показать,
that
все ли
out.
ты собрала.
Shout out to
Где-то
all the
можно
Devil May
посмотреть?
Cry community, always kicking it, always rocking.
Ой.
Yeah, I love those guys. You're the best. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Ну и вроде нормально поспал.